On the 1st of December 2021, 5-year-old Benedict Blythe went to school and never returned home. Benedict had severe allergies, including milk, eggs, nuts and kiwi. His parents had worked closely with the school to ensure plans were in place to manage those allergies and keep him safe. Tragically, following what the coroner described as a cascade of failures, Benedict suffered a fatal anaphylactic reaction to cow's milk protein. Since then, Benedict's mum, Helen, has campaigned tirelessly to improve allergy safety in schools so that no other family has to experience the same heartbreak. From the 1st of September 2026, that campaign becomes a reality through the introduction of Benedict's Law, bringing the biggest changes to allergy management in English schools for many years. Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from My-Progression, and this video is all about Benedict's Law. What you need to know, why this is so important, and what's your part to play. We'll go through the signs of anaphylaxis and what to do if you notice them. We'll also provide you with a demonstration of how to use an adrenaline auto-injector, also known as an EpiPen. So what's changing? From the 1st of September 2026, schools across England will be expected to take a more consistent approach to managing allergies. Every school should have a dedicated allergy policy, clear individual healthcare plans for pupils with allergies, and access to spare adrenaline auto-injectors for use in an emergency. But I think the biggest change is around the training. Rather than allergy awareness being limited to a small number of staff, everyone working with children should understand allergy risks, recognise the signs and symptoms of an allergic reaction and anaphylaxis, and know how to respond quickly and appropriately in an emergency. The aim is simple, to ensure every member of staff has the knowledge and confidence to help keep children with allergies safe. And that's what we're doing here in this training. We will show you exactly what you need to know, from recognising the early signs of an allergic reaction to responding confidently if a child experiences anaphylaxis. One of the most important skills you can develop is recognising the signs of an allergic reaction. The sooner an allergic reaction is identified, the sooner appropriate action can be taken. It's important to remember that no two allergic reactions are exactly the same. Some may be mild and remain mild, whilst others can develop rapidly into life-threatening emergencies. We released a video about the different types of allergies and what to look out for previously. Now we've linked that in the description below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the bell to keep hearing more from My-Progression. So what might you see? Mild to moderate allergic reactions often affect the skin, eyes, nose or mouth. You might notice an itchy rash or hives, redness of the skin, swelling around the lips, face or eyes, or the child complaining that their mouth or tongue feels itchy or tingly. They may also have a runny nose, start sneezing, or complain of feeling sick or having stomach pain. Some children may vomit or develop diarrhea. Although these symptoms may not immediately be life-threatening, they should always be taken seriously and monitored closely, as reactions can change quickly. The child may be old enough to recognise the signs in themselves, so if they tell you something's wrong, believe them. With younger children, it's also important to listen carefully to what they're telling you. They may say they feel funny, that their throat feels strange, or that something just doesn't feel right. Younger children who may struggle to explain what they're experiencing might become unusually quiet, clingy or distressed. Never dismiss these concerns, particularly if you know the child has an allergy or you suspect they may have been exposed to an allergen. As you'll see in the next section, some symptoms suggest the reaction is becoming much more serious. Recognising when an allergic reaction is progressing towards anaphylaxis is critical, because this is when immediate emergency treatment is needed. So what is anaphylaxis? Anaphylaxis is a severe, life-threatening allergic reaction that requires immediate emergency treatment. Although it can develop within minutes of exposure to an allergen, it isn't always immediate. Symptoms can appear quickly or gradually worsen over a short period of time, so it's essential to stay alert if someone is having an allergic reaction. Now, the easiest way to recognise anaphylaxis is to remember the letters A, B, C. Airway, breathing and circulation. If you think the person's airway, breathing or circulation are being affected, treat it as anaphylaxis and act immediately. You might notice swelling of the tongue or throat, difficulty swallowing, a hoarse voice, or the child saying their throat feels tight or like it's closing. They may develop a persistent cough, noisy breathing, wheezing, or becoming short of breath. Some children may struggle to speak in full sentences because they can't get enough air. They might feel a lump in the back of their throat and get quite panicked. Now, it's common for people to feel a sense of doom, like something bad is happening. You should also look for signs that their circulation is being affected. This could mean they become pale, floppy, or unusually drowsy, feel dizzy or faint, or even collapse. Now, if you don't act quickly, in some cases they may lose consciousness. If you're working on supply and you don't know these children, then it can be harder to know what is normal behaviour for them and what's an early sign of something wrong. So you must be vigilant and listen to the child. Children don't always describe their symptoms in the way adults do. As mentioned before, a younger child might simply say their throat feels funny, that it's hard to breathe, or just point to their neck. They may become frightened, cling to an adult, or suddenly become quiet and withdrawn. Trust what you're seeing and trust what the child is telling you. If you suspect anaphylaxis, you don't wait to see if the symptoms improve. Treat it as a medical emergency, call 999 immediately and ask for an ambulance, and you must state that the person is experiencing anaphylaxis. If an adrenaline auto-injector is available, it should be administered without delay. Now, in the next section, we'll show you exactly how to use the adrenaline auto-injector safely and confidently, so you'll know what to do if you're ever faced with this situation. Kingsley is going to demonstrate how to administer an EpiPen. Now, the first thing to remember is blue to the sky and orange in the thigh. Take the blue cap off, then swiftly swing the pen into the top of the thigh. You can do this through clothes. If they are in jeans, avoid the seam. Hold the pen in place and count to 10 elephants. It's important to use elephants as people tend to rush when faced with a stressful situation. Once you've counted to 10 elephants, remove the pen and massage the area for another 10 seconds. If possible, lay the child on the floor with their legs raised. It's important to elevate the legs above the heart. If they're struggling to breathe, then do this from a seated position. If you do have another adult with you, then they should have already called an ambulance. If you're alone, then this is the time to call. Even if they've already started to feel better, it's vital that you say that the child or young person is experiencing anaphylaxis. If there's no improvement after 5 minutes and you have access to a secondary EpiPen, administer it whilst you wait for the ambulance. So let's recap the key things to remember. A mild or moderate allergic reaction may include itchy skin, hives or a rash, redness or swelling, particularly around the lips, face or eyes, an itchy or tingling mouth or tongue, sneezing or a runny nose, stomach pain, feeling sick, vomiting or diarrhea, a child telling you they feel funny or that something doesn't feel right. Always take these symptoms seriously. Follow policy and monitor the child closely, as an allergic reaction can become more severe very quickly. The signs that an allergic reaction may be progressing to anaphylaxis include difficulty breathing, wheezing or noisy breathing, a persistent cough that won't stop, swelling of the tongue or throat, difficulty swallowing or speaking, a hoarse voice. The child saying their throat feels tight, they're struggling to breathe, they have a lump in their throat, pale, floppy or unusually drowsy behaviour, feeling dizzy, fainting or collapsing, becoming confused, distressed or unusually quiet. And remember ABC. If the airway, breathing or circulation are affected, treat it as anaphylaxis. If you suspect anaphylaxis, step 1, stay calm and reassure the child. Step 2, call 999 immediately and clearly state that you believe the child is experiencing anaphylaxis. Step 3, administer an adrenaline auto-injector as soon as possible if one is available. Don't wait to see if symptoms improve. Step 4, keep the child lying flat if possible. If they're struggling to breathe, they may be more comfortable sitting up. Don't allow them to stand or walk around. If they're unconscious but breathing normally, place them in the recovery position. Step 5, stay with the child, monitor their condition and be prepared to give a second adrenaline auto-injector if their symptoms don't improve after 5 minutes and if another injector is available. Even if the child appears to recover after using an adrenaline auto-injector, they must still be assessed in hospital. Anaphylaxis is always a medical emergency. Benedict's Law is about more than new guidance or changes to school policies. It's about ensuring that every child with an allergy is safe, supported and protected throughout the school day. By understanding the signs of an allergic reaction, recognising when it's become anaphylaxis, and knowing how to respond quickly and confidently, you could make all the difference in an emergency. The actions you take in those first few minutes really can save a life. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the My-Progression YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss our latest training and professional development videos. If you think this video could help a colleague, a school or setting, please share it. The more people who understand allergy awareness and anaphylaxis, the safer we can make our schools for every child. I've been Natalie from My-Progression, and let's keep your career in motion.